Hi Crafty friend, it's me, Justine Dvorak. Spring has sprung in the house mouse department. Look at how cute these are. I mean, really. They are so heartwarming to me, and I'm gonna make 3 house mouse cards on camera here with you today. And you know I'm a BetterPress babe, so I gotta add some BetterPress to the house mouse stamps, but they are so cute. I mean, my heart literally is warmed by looking at them. This one with the flowers falling, I think has to be my favorite on the cuteness factor, but the cake one is my favorite on the silly factor because of the the candle falling. And then the laundry one is just kind of like endearing. And the sentiments that go with these, I think, are just chef's kiss, as they would say. So like with the birthday one, they're not just kind of like the regular. Those are my 2 BetterPress sentiments I'm adding, FYI. Here's my method of how I do that. But back to the sentiments, like the one with the birthday candles, it says birthday calories don't count, ... make a wish, or we're not counting the candles. Like, to me, those sentiments are super fun. So I will use them with the house mouse set. But like I said, I'm a BetterPress babe, so I can't help but pull up my BetterPress. So this first one, that is the happy birthday wishes, and then the other one that I'll be showing later that says Happy Mother's Day, are both from Yana's collection that came out in March. So you can find that in the description if you are looking. And then the one that is kind of like the big bold happy birthday one is from Paul's collection that also came out in March. So now that my sentiment is all set, I'm going to use my mini Misty. I took out that black pad to use the rubber stamp function, I guess. And I'm going to use BetterPress black ink. Now, full disclosure, I was not having my brain cells hold hands, and when I first did this card, I totally forgot to use the correct ink because I'm going to watercolor because I love watercoloring, but I used my Memento black ink, and that is a water soluble ink. Don't mind the dust here. Anyway, so when I went to watercolor, all the ink started moving around. So I thought, I'll just try using the BetterPress black ink with my house mouse set. And guess what? It worked. So a little tidbit for you there, I guess. But really any ink that works with watercoloring, like a pigment ink, would be just fine as well. But I think these 2 together really frame and fill the whole card, which is kind of one of my favorite parts about house mouse. There's a finished one that's Mother's Day, but you can see that birthday and Mother's Day both go together. Okay, now let's give this one a little bit of coloring. And moms are so much better than laundry, let's just be honest. But I thought that these little mice kind of said Mother's Day to me. I don't know. Maybe that's a stretch, but anywho. I'm just going to use my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, and I'm again watercoloring with my water brush. I can't remember if this video or Amy's video that I'm putting out is going to go up first, but this is my either first or second video where I'm showing this technique and really just playing around with my watercolors and having fun. These house mouse stamps are super easy to color, even with Copics or with colored pencils, because they have a lot of the shading done for you, especially around kind of like the voluptuous lumpy parts of the mice. Voluptuous? I don't know if that's really the right word in this situation, but we're just gonna go with it. So anyway, the shading is basically done for you. So like, for example, right now I'm gonna color this rope. I'm just going in with that hickory smoke or something smoke color, and I just have to add the color. I'm not worrying about highlights or dark areas. You just put the color on and something amazing just happens. Now, this shirt was kind of like my favorite part of the card. Oh, whoops, I'm gonna first do these clothespins. But the shirt to me ends up turning out really well because look at all the shading that's already done on the actual stamp, but when I add the color, it does look really good, in my opinion. Anyway, these house mouse stamps are perfect for reaching for some of your nesting dies and pulling out like a accent color from the stamp set. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted there. Dog looks like he's about to start barking. You're okay. Yeah, it's okay. You know, anytime a squirrel goes by, it's a barkathon. Moving right along. Anyway, I also would like to take this chance to challenge you to use some of the goodies that you have in your craft room already. Like I pulled out these different sentiments. You can certainly reach for some fun things that you already have in your collection. Or if you have never tried watercoloring, give it a try. If you have pencils, try the pencils with water. If you have literally a Crayola palette would be fine. Just try it out. I really feel like watercoloring is so calming for me, and it just feels so relaxing. I don't really know how else to say that, but I enjoy it. I mean, I do enjoy Copic coloring as well, but I feel like the whole watercoloring aspect is way more cost effective. And I mean, even if you bought all 6 sets of Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, it would still not even be maybe an eighth of the marker collection of all of the Copic markers. So plus they don't dry out. So I don't know, this isn't like a hating on Copic moment, but I'm just saying if you're on a budget like me and you want to color, I would say try watercoloring. Anyway, like I said at the very beginning, this is my favorite stamp that is from this collection because it is so cute. The cuteness and heartwarming factor on this is just overflowing. It's the mama mouse, or really not the mama, I guess she's like the sister, but Amanda and Monica here on this card are just so cute. She's basically showering flowers on this little mouse, and I think this would be a really cute stamp for a baby shower because literally the one mouse is showering the other in flowers. So I don't know, maybe this could be fun for like a baby invitation or a baby announcement or a thank you card for a baby gift. I don't know. Like I said, get creative and stretch those ideas out in your head for using your supplies and using them for different situations. Now on this card, I went ahead and added brown and some greens here and made the ground kind of extra defined. And I really like how this turned out. I don't know why I didn't do it on my other ones, but I feel like this really gives even more of a realistic scene to these mice. I've never done one with like a full background with watercolors and house mouse, but that is now on my wanting to do list, if you will. That just looks really cute, I think. Okay, now this one, I had some interesting times with. Like I said before at the beginning, I had issues with ink. So if you just saw there, that was super glossy. So I did not use BetterPress ink on this card. I actually used black embossing ink with clear embossing powder, which locks in that ink once you heat set it with the heat gun. So that also works for watercoloring. Now, I will say, because the clear embossing powder basically is a plastic, when it melts, it's hard, like a hard plastic. So the watercolors did not play as nice with this method of stamping than it did with the BetterPress ink. So if you are, I don't know if that matters to you, now you have that information, but I don't know. I really had such a fun time lining up this stamp with the sentiment. I tried to get that one candle above the Y. I achieved that in one of my presses, but guess what? That was with the wrong ink. So, you know, I'm just gonna go with this. You can still read the sentiment, you can still see the candle, so to me, it still is a great card. And that's just fine for me because these are handmade cards, so it's okay if they have a little bit of some oopsies or errors in them. It's fine. To me, it still is an adorable card. And with every time I practice and create, I can get a little bit better, and that to me is very exciting. So I did press out a few extras, so I will now have the chance to go back to my craft room and make some more. So those are the 3 I painted here on camera today, but here are a few more that I will be working with very soon. You can see the candle placement on the one that I have in my right hand is a little bit better. Whatever, it's just fine. Here are some close-ups of the ones I painted today. If you have a favorite, I'd love for you to let me know in the comments. That is so fun for me to interact with you on my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Bye, crafty friend.